Prepare to have your mind blown for just a second. A paper just came out of Stanford University that has discovered a means by which to use the natural reflective process of bodily tissues. Like the reason you can only see skin on your body is because light is reflected at a different rate of speed between all the different tissues. You can't see through a person. This is why we use x-rays. So in Stanford, some engineers have discovered that by using some pretty common food dyes, you can negate the skin blocking process, allowing you to see through. They can apply these dyes at different levels throughout the tissue to see internal organs in a way that does not allow you to use an x-ray. Now, on the surface, that is amazing. One of the colors is yellow food number 5. Right? I mean, who knew? We're trying to ban these kind of things. Yellow food number 5 with a couple of other compounds mixed on the skin. It's a temporary event, will color the skin. And then when you apply a particular wavelength, you can see now through the skin. It's fascinating because of the way light bends. So that's cool. But that's not what's mind-blowing about this particular discovery. One of the things that I gleaned from reading this research is that if you're going to apply a food dye, I'm sure it's a proprietary blend, and it's going to make the skin transparent, and therefore other light will actually penetrate where before it wouldn't. One wonders if by consuming these dyes, you're doing the same thing to your intestinal lining or even your blood supply as these things get absorbed into your body. There is a known process called biophotons or biologic manipulation with light. Your body makes its own light. Every cell in your body makes light, and the cells of your body can emit little photons to communicate with other parts of your body. It's a very fascinating aspect. You can't see this light, but the neighboring cells can. Now, it is interesting, if all of a sudden you removed all barriers to that type of photon, can one cell now communicate much further than it would normally? Is this why these dyes are associated with malignancy or other illness? So I find that fascinating concept. More importantly, what is described here opens up the door to a world of not only no x-rays, it opens up the world to perhaps no medicine and perhaps no surgery, because there are certain natural light wavelengths, red, blue, green, for example, which can manipulate tissue, can manipulate your microbiome, but it doesn't penetrate very far. It's very hard to use these types of therapies with much more than a skin deep effect, unless you made the skin transparent. Now, all of a sudden, do you have a means by which you can get light to penetrate deeper in the body without the need for an invasive procedure to get a light there? So I find this so fascinating. Like, the future is so bright. It can be very, very, very dark. If we keep down the road we're going, future very dark. Our food is making us sick, the environment is making us sick, and the only answer presented to us is a bunch of very expensive medications. What I am firmly convinced is that God did not put us on the planet with a Walgreens, right? Or an MRI scanner for that matter. Isn't there a way by chance for us to figure these things out without the need to have complex machinery, expensive medications? Could this not be a means by which you can bring diagnosis and therapeutics to even the most third world of aspects of this, third world country? It's fascinating to me. There's no reason humanity, no matter where they are in this world, can't have access to this type of technology. And the science clearly exists. I'm hoping someone really rich and really smart finds this scientist and turns them into a good guy and not a bad guy. Maybe Elon Musk. Where's Elon Musk? Elon, you're not going to watch my video, but if you are, the scientist is clearly a freaking genius. Y'all are going to figure that out, and then you're going to bring it to the masses. You can actually encourage us to avoid toxins and then diagnose and therapy through something that's very natural and very straightforward and, frankly, follows the laws of quantum physics. So I love it. Stay tuned. The future, very bright.